Hi, everybody. I'm gonna jump out to gallery so I can see everybody, as many of you as I can see. Hi, good morning. Happy Sunday and happy Mother's Day. It's wonderful to be here with all of you. Can everybody hear me okay? Yes? All right. So it's Mother's Day here in my house, which means that I am letting my wife sleep in a bit, and the loading dock where I normally teach from, the little space where I normally am, is a part of our bedroom. So I'm in her office, and the kids are hopefully not burning the house down. Um, I'm smelling something that smells edible, and my oldest is 19. Does she should be she should be keeping the house from burning? So um, hopefully they are taking care of honoring mom while I get to spend some time hanging out with all of you. So I thought today we would I would begin with a little bit of a check-in. So if you wouldn't mind, just if you feel up to it, just sharing either a word of how you're doing in this moment, um, or any intentions. What brings you to the space today? And it would be nice just to see some of those. And from there, we will do we'll do a sit. Since I don't have all of my singing bowls with me, we will skip the sound bath that I normally would like to do, but I'll do some chanting if that sounds okay. And a little talk. If Emily is here, hopefully we can do some movement, and maybe another short sits. There'll be some announcements, etc. So lots to do in our short time together. So I'm going to look in the chat here and see. Feeling kind, recovering from COVID. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sending you love. I'm glad we're able to be here. Grounded, a little distracted. Yeah. Hi, hey, Bettina. How are you? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Stacia. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, grateful, a little distracted, joy. Monkey mind. Mm. Well, thank you all for joining and for showing up as you are. Grateful to be a mom. It was wonderful. So, for anybody who might not know me, my name is Ofosu Jones-Quartey. I have been a teacher with the IMCW family for going on 16 or so years. Primarily, I've taught with the Family Mindfulness Program with my good friend Jennifer Jordan, and have led a few family retreats and we just did the New Year's retreat with Hugh and Trisha, and I also teach with Spirit Rock and Minds Incorporated and a few different organizations and sanghas around the country. And it's wonderful to be here with you. I'm joining you from Rockville, Maryland, which is the unceded land of the Piscataway people, also the land that holds the unmarked graves of so many of my ancestors. And I'd like to just take a moment to honor the indigenous people upon the land that I sit, and to honor my ancestors, and to invite their presence and energy into the space. Thank you for that. So I thought we could begin with a sit. If that sounds all right, we can sit for about maybe 25 minutes or so. And it'll be lightly guided if that works for y'all. All right, let me jump back to the gallery and make sure that's okay with y'all. Thumbs up to the side. Okay. All right, cool. And I'm going to change my sound settings real quick so you can hear this bell. Can you hear this okay? Does that come through all right? Okay, wonderful. So we will begin with the sound of the bell, and we will end with the sound of the bell. So we can find a posture that feels comfortable for you. I feel like since there will be a space for movement in our time together, that we should treat this as an opportunity for stillness, whether that is sitting, reclining, lying down, or standing. Consider this an opportunity to come into stillness a bit. And with that said, we can begin. So let's take a moment, my friends, to really give ourselves permission to arrive in this moment, recognizing that so many moments have come before this one, and there will be many moments to follow. But right now, we are giving ourselves permission to be in this space right here, right now. We can begin to ground ourselves by noticing the different points of contact that our body is making. Noticing the feeling of our feet making contact with the surface beneath us, or our legs, backside, making contact with the floor, chair, or bed. Just gently tuning in to the feeling of support of the great earth beneath you. Opening our awareness to the great sky and atmosphere around us that also supports us. Knowing that we are right here, right now, between heaven and earth, exactly where we need to be. Allowing the shoulders to gently drop down away from the ears. Giving the arms permission to be heavy and loose. Relaxing the fingertips and fingers. Allowing the belly to be soft. You might take a moment to connect with your intention for coming to this practice today. What calls you to join in community and practice this morning? Connecting with that intention, letting that give you a sense of energy and purpose and relaxation. Even if the answer is, I don't know. Perfectly okay. I invite you to gently bring your attention to the top of your head, and to your face and neck, the uppermost part of the body. Giving permission to the muscles all the way at the top of your head, the muscles in your face, around your eyes, mouth, jaw, and the muscles in your neck. Giving all these muscles permission to soften and relax. Appreciating all the hard work they do to help you express yourself, to eat, to look around, take in the world around you. So you might offer a gentle thank you to this part of the body, offering some gratitude and some relaxation. Gently guiding your attention now to your shoulders, your arms and hands. Noticing how they feel in this moment. Allowing yourself to be in touch with the aliveness of this part of the body. Giving your shoulders, arms, and hands permission to soften and relax as much as possible. Letting any tension or tightness flow down from the shoulders, through the arms, into the hands, out of the fingertips, out of your body. And thinking of all the ways the shoulders, arms, and hands work for you. All the ways they allow you to move through the world, to care for yourself, to care for others, to care for your life. To embrace your loved ones. Offering some appreciation to the shoulders, arms, and hands. offering a simple thank you. And then moving your attention to the center of the body, chest, belly, and back. Noticing how this area of the body feels. You might feel the rhythm of your heart beating, the rising and settling of your breathing. Tension or relaxation in the back. Whatever's present is perfectly okay. Taking a moment to give the chest and belly permission to soften and relax, to gently let go of any tension or tightness. Softening and relaxing the muscles in the upper, middle, and lower back. Letting any tightness, discomfort, or tension simply flow down out of the back, into your seat, into the earth, and out of your body. And consider all that this part of the body holds: muscles, heart, lungs, stomach, intestines, kidneys, gallbladder, liver, spleen. Many, many processes working diligently to keep you alive. How wonderful, how fortunate, even if they're not perfect. We can offer some gratitude to all that resides in this centermost part of the body. Offering a gentle thank you. Guiding your attention now to the hips, thighs, calves, feet, and toes. The lower part of the body. Just noticing how this part of the body feels for you right now. Any tingling or pressure. Positive, negative, or neutral sensations. Approaching the hips and legs and feet with an attitude of acceptance and awareness. Giving this area of the body permission to soften and relax. letting any tension you might be holding flow down from the hips, through the legs, through the feet, out of the toes, and out of your body. Letting that extra energy get recycled by the earth. Considering all the work that the hips, legs, and feet do, can offer a sense of gratitude, even if we have an imperfect relationship with them. Taking a moment to just offer some gratitude, to say thank you to this area of the body. And I invite you to expand the scope of your awareness now to take in your whole body all at once. To feel the whole body from head to toe. And offering some love, some gratitude, acceptance. To the body that you have. Offering a thank you. And I love you. I appreciate you. And giving the whole body permission to soften and relax. And now, my friend, I invite you to check in with your heart and with your mind. And in the same way that you would ask a dear friend or loved one, how are you doing right now? And you truly care about what they have to say. Bring that inquiry inside. Just check in with yourself. How are you doing in this moment? And let your answer be spontaneous, honest, and full of the trust that you would offer a loved one, someone who you know you can truly share how you're doing with. Right now, for me, it's like this. And if you notice there's any difficulty, unpleasant emotions, or pain in the heart, in the mind, or even in the body, in the same way that you would reach out, that your heart would go out to a loved one or a friend, let your heart go out to yourself in that same way. And whatever words of care or compassion, encouragement that you need to hear right now, offer those words to yourself. I love you. I'm here for you. I forgive you. It's going to be okay. Everything will work out. It won't last forever. Whatever you need to hear right now, be the one who offers those words to yourself. And on the other hand, if you find there's a lot of joy, happiness, things to be grateful for, in the same way that you would celebrate that joy with a friend or loved one, take a moment, let yourself smile, and celebrate the joy that is present in your life right now. Offering yourself whatever words of gratitude, happiness, celebration that you would share with a dear friend or loved one. The words you know you need to hear right now. And if things are more neutral for you, not too high, not too low, in the same way that you might offer silent companionship with a friend on a rainy day, you can be with yourself in that close, quiet way. And for the next few minutes, we'll sit together in silence. And I invite you to connect with a meditation object that feels comfortable for you. So you might be paying attention to the rising and settling of the breath, or the coming and going of sounds, or the sensations that are arising or present in the body. Or you may wish to keep your awareness open, just noticing whatever arises in body, sound, breath, mind, etc. Knowing that if thoughts come to visit, you can just notice them, label them thinking, and gently come back to the object of your meditation. In this last minute or so, I invite you to offer yourself some appreciation for engaging with this practice, for getting up today and doing something meaningful that has real benefits for ourselves and others. So appreciating yourself, appreciating your practice. And as you open your heart and mind to all of the various members of the Sangha who are gathered here, taking some time to wish everybody here happiness, wellness, freedom from suffering, joy. And continuing to send those wishes out further and further into the world. May everyone be happy. May everyone be free from suffering. May everyone have joy and safety. In a moment, I'm going to ring the bell. That will bring our meditation to a close. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be happy. I hope that was a good experience for you. Please do feel free to let me know how the meditation was for you in the chat. And what, a little selfishly, I always want to add some musical elements to any offering. And, since I don't have the luxury of having all my bowls in front of me, I thought that I could offer just some chanting this morning, if that sounds okay to y'all. Yeah. Okay. Well, there are a few chants. These are primarily in either Pali, the ancient uh, Indian language Pali, or Sanskrit, um, and there will be some. Yeah, I think so. Um, and I usually sing these as like lullabies for my kids, etc. All of them are meant to point to our own basic goodness, are the our own inner enlightened qualities. They also celebrate the taking refuge in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, or really just our own inner freedom, the teachings that lead to freedom, and the community that practices in that direction. So if you will indulge me, and you can still hear me okay? Yeah? All right. And if you wouldn't mind muting your microphone, that would be helpful, just so there isn't cross pollination. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Buddham saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammam saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi Sangham saranam gacchami. Iti piso bhagavan araham sama sambuddho Vijacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhammasarati Sata dewa manusanam Buddho Bhagavati. Buddham, Buddham, Buddham Vande, Buddham Dhammam Sangham Vande, Dhammam, Dhammam, Dhammam Vande, Buddham Dhammam Sangham Vande, Sangham Sangam, Sangam Ande, Buddham Dhammam, Sangam Ande. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Again Yogi Nujang Sam Ema Gesa Dompola Yatsen Nogi Nodrugne Ema Jitsen Jesudra Kordu Kanjoy Mangpoi Kor Kiet Ki Jesu Dagdup Ki Jinji Loshir Shekzu So Guru Pema Siddhi Hum. Who am I? Who am I? Was it all planned in advance, or was I just born by chance in July? Who on earth am I? My friends only think of fun, they're such a curious lot. Must I be the only one who thinks these mysterious thoughts? Well, someday I'll die. Will I ever live again as a mountain lion, or a rooster, or a hen, a robin, or a wren, or a fly? Oh, who am I? Do you believe in reincarnation? Do you believe in reincarnation? Were you ever here before? Have you ever had dreams that you knew were true from some time before in your life? Have you ever had that experience? Well, then you must question all the love that you know, the truth and the world that you know, and say, who am I? Will I ever live again as a mountain lion, or a rooster, or a hen, a robin, or a wren, or a fly? If I'm one of those people who has been reincarnated again and again and again and again and again and again, oh, who am I? All right, that's all I got. How was that? I hope that was something that was worth listening to. And if anything that I've done so far hasn't landed, wasn't what you wanted or expected, or was off putting or offensive in any way, it's my own ignorance, and I apologize. So, excuse my nasalness. Allergies are still getting to me. Yeah. Oh, thank you. So, let me set my timer for the talk, because if y'all know me, y'all know that I will go. Okay, so let's try to keep this talk to like 15-ish minutes. Boom. Did I stick the landing? Thank you. Man, okay, well, we will see if I stick the landing in the talk. Because there were so many, like, a part of me didn't want to be so on the nose with it being Mother's Day. However, there's been a lot of reflection on the idea of mothers in my practice recently. I am more and more exploring some of the Vajrayana teachings. For those who might not be familiar with that term, the Vajrayana, it means like the diamond vehicle in Buddhist practice. Traditionally, it is associated with Tibetan Buddhism and the Mahayana, or larger vehicle tradition. And a lot of the reflections on training the mind to be compassionate is to imagine that every living being you see has been your mother at one point in time during the infinite cycles of rebirth. And it's kind of connected to my so-so rendition of Nina Simone's Who Am I? Thinking of all the all of you who have been my moms at one point in time. And when you're going to the grocery store and you're looking at people and you're just like, what's up, mom? To everybody, even to the dogs. It's a really cool way to spend your mind. Otherwise I find that my mind will just, carry itself on in just nonsense for the most part. But when I'm deliberately using my mental energy to view everybody that I come across as having been my parent at one point in time, there's just something special that arises for me. Now, I think I have had the wonderful fortune of having a really awesome mom, and I realize that that's not true for everybody. So I want to take a moment um, to say that every type of relationship that we have here gathered with our moms, whether they are wonderful or strained or non-existent, all of that is welcome. And in talking about ideals of motherhood, where we are talking about ideals, an idealized concept, because I don't think any of us have an absolutely perfect relationship with our moms. So yeah, my hope is that that today, with its emphasis on moms and some of what I'll be talking about a little bit, isn't uncomfortable. It's definitely not my intention. So, a wonderful quote from the Buddha is, like a mother of the world, touch each being as your own beloved child. So that's like the flip side, where instead of looking upon every being as having been your mom at one point or the other, also looking at every being through the eyes of an idealized mom. For those of you who are moms, you're far more familiar than I am with what it means to look upon a child with a mother's eyes, and to have that expression of love and heartfulness leaving from your own mind and body and reaching out to others. And I think that this is also a wonderful mind training, to kind of titrate back and forth between being the child and the mother of all the beings that you come across, of everybody. I mean, I just think it's a really cool way to spend your mental energy, engaging in this exercise. Even if you don't believe in the cycle of rebirth, even if it might seem hokey, I mean, just considering relating to other people in as idealized a way, as the model of the mom, gives us. I just think it's really cool. So that's oh yeah. Oh, if you haven't hung out with me, I just move around. When I talk, I just go here and there. I have a general idea of what it is I want to say. I have notes. You're safe, but I do just bounce around. So one of the things I really did want to share was just the practice that I'm working with right now, and how cool I think it is. The one working title of this talk was "Love Yourself Free," and by extension, to love others free. I think that when we are really offering ourselves love and acceptance, we're giving ourselves permission to show up in the world our authentic self, exactly who we are. And in authenticity is freedom. It can be the authenticity with a capital A, like this is who I am, or it can be little authenticity, like right now I'm feeling a little sad, or right now I'm feeling wonderful. Love gives yourself and everybody around you the freedom to just be who they are in that moment. When I was 15, I got into some real trouble, and it was a moment of just pure dread, knowing that I was going to have to tell my parents what had happened. And I went to my mom and I started to get the words out, and she completed my sentence. She knew, she could see where I was coming from. I'm going to avoid saying what it was, just to not like re-traumatize myself, or to, avoid any triggers in the talk. But it was pretty bad for, a 15-year-old to have to go through. And my mom was very, very disappointed in me. And my dad was very disappointed in me. And I was completely ashamed and scared, and just, it was a very tough moment, a life-altering, defining moment for me on the negative side. The next morning, this is a school day. So the next morning, y'all know that bacon and egg smell, like, or just breakfast, whatever breakfast is, someone's cooking breakfast in the house. Like, school days, I'm eating cereal. So no one's cooking breakfast on school mornings, just getting me out of the house. But the next morning, my mom made me this huge breakfast, like pancakes and bacon and eggs, just like all kind, just a spread. And it took me a long time to, I mean, it's exactly what I needed in that moment. I thought my parents hated me. I thought that I was unlovable. I thought that I had committed just an unforgivable act. And my mom had the inkling to make this huge breakfast just to say that you're still my baby, and I still love you, and we're going to work through this, and it's going to be okay. And she didn't say any of that, and I don't know that she could have even mustered the words to say it, so she did it through breakfast. But on this day, I'm just getting a little emotional. I'll never forget just that. And what that expression of love did for me was it just freed me from the idea that I was somehow this bad kid, and um, that I was unlovable, unforgivable. That's just, and that anecdote to me speaks to the power of offering somebody, well, loving yourself enough to love others that much. Um, so there's a freedom. The freedom that my mom gave me in that moment was freedom from conceiving of myself as this unfixable character. You know, she really did set me on the path of healing, because anytime I really got down on myself, it's like, how bad could he be if your mom made you that spread the next morning? There is a quote from Thich Nhat Hanh I'd like to share about love and loving kindness. Loving kindness is the first element of true love. The essence of loving kindness is to be able to offer happiness. You can be the sunshine for another person. You can't offer happiness until you have it for yourself. So build a home inside by accepting yourself and learning to love and heal yourself in such a way that you can create moments of happiness and joy for your own nourishment. And then you have something to offer the other person. My mom is somebody who suffered quite a lot in her own life, and who took it upon herself to practice yoga and meditation, Buddhist practice, etc. That's how I got started in all of this. And she really did, today we talk a lot about doing the work. 30 some odd years ago, my mom was really doing the work and learning to heal herself and to be as healed of a person as possible so that she could offer that to the people that matter to her. And, if you hung out with me last time, you know how important it is to me that we practice self-kindness and self-compassion, that we develop a kind inner voice, that we develop a friendship relationship with ourselves, so that we can be epicenters of kindness in our own little universes, and that we can give that kindness and that love and model that healing and grace and forbearance for others. So my question to you is, what kind of love do you need today? And just take a moment and reflect on that. What kind of love would set you free even a little bit today? Is it the love of forgiveness, the love of acceptance, the love of kindness? Is it the love of honesty, firmness? What expression of love would set you a little more free in this moment today? Take a moment to just reflect. And if it's an inquiry that doesn't generate an answer right away, that's perfectly fine. It's a nice inquiry to have. What kind of love would set me more free today? Maybe it's loving yourself into taking a walk, loving yourself into making a big breakfast, loving yourself into watching your favorite show and just doing nothing. Maybe it's loving yourself in coming to terms with something that has been unresolved. By doing experiments like this, what love can I offer myself that would set me more free? We begin to model that freedom, that loving freedom for everything and everyone around us. Loving truth and being able to allow. Yeah, you're welcome to definitely share in the chat what kind of love would set you free a little bit more today. Yeah. And we shouldn't make this we shouldn't make these questions or these tasks daunting. We shouldn't make them bigger than what we can do. Let's just love ourselves a little bit more to set ourselves a little bit more free. It could be that we're disappointed in ourselves a little bit and we need to love ourselves into forgiveness. It could be that we're not celebrating our own achievements enough. We need to love ourselves into celebration just to get yourself a little more free. Yeah. That's what's been on my mind, is that real love offers space for authenticity, space for being exactly who you are. In my mind, yes, permission to be imperfect. Someone making you breakfast. Yeah. In my mind, it's this freedom to be authentic that puts us in the space to then go beyond self and transcend into something even more magnificent. But we can't even get there if we're not allowed to be ourselves, if we're not loving the self that's here, as Tara Brach wonderfully says, loving the life that's here. Loving the life that's here, loving the person that's here, giving yourself loving presence is giving yourself freedom. And then that freedom to transcend and go beyond. I'm going to read a long quote from Thich Nhat Hanh. This has been my year of Thich Nhat Hanh quotes, and I'm going to Plum Village next month. So I'm super excited about that. Just a heads up, this is a tender quote about the loss of Thich Nhat Hanh's mom. And it's long, so please bear with me. Some of you might be familiar with this. The day my mother died, I wrote in my journal, "A serious misfortune of my life has arrived." I suffered for more than 1 year after the passing away of my mother. But one night in the highlands of Vietnam, I was sleeping in the hut in my hermitage. I dreamed of my mother. I saw myself sitting with her, and we were having a wonderful talk. She looked young and beautiful, her hair flowing down. It was so pleasant to sit there and talk to her as if she had never died. When I woke up, it was about 2 a.m, and I felt very strongly that I had never lost my mother. The impression that my mother was still with me was very clear. I understood then that the idea of having lost my mother was just an idea. It was obvious in that moment. My mother is always alive in me. I opened the door and went outside. The entire hillside was bathed in moonlight. It was a hill covered with tea plants, and my hut was set behind the temple halfway up. Walking slowly in the moonlight through the rows of tea plants, I noticed my mother was still with me. She was the moonlight, caressing me, as she had done so often, very tenderly, very sweet. Wonderful. Each time my feet touched the earth, I knew my mother was there with me. I knew this body was not mine alone, but a living continuation of my mother and father and my grandparents and great-grandparents, all of my ancestors. These feet that I saw were, as my feet, were actually our feet. Together, my mother and I were leaving footprints in the damp soil. From that moment on, the idea that I had lost my mother no longer existed. All I had to do was look at the palm of my hand, feel the breeze on my face or the earth under my feet, to remember that my mother is always with me, available at any time. I just find this teaching to be so profound. And for anybody who's gathered here who has lost a parent or mom, I hope that sharing lands in a meaningful way and in an expanded way. Going back to this reflection of all of you here having been my mom at one point in time, I really love this reflection. I truly believe it. It's an honor to carry the collective legacy of all of us in each moment. To be reminded that none of us are truly alone, that we're all here together, and that the love we offer ourselves is offering love and healing and freedom to not just ourselves, but to everyone gathered in this being. All of our ancestors, our parents, grandparents, everybody, all of us. So when we offer ourselves love, we offer love to all of us. And it keeps looping around infinitely until we're all free. And so, my friends, may you love yourself free. And in so doing, free the entire universe. That's it. Okay. How y'all doing? Everybody doing all right? All right. Hey, hi, Emily. Would you be so kind as to offer some movement? We've been sitting or stationary for a little bit.
Yes. Let me invite you to stand up and find a way to sway just from foot to foot. And then opening up your arms, swaying from side to side. Enjoying the air against your hands. And then open up wide, lengthening up your arms, extending. And exhale, soften your shoulders down. Grasp your left wrist in your right hand and extend out towards the right, just opening up that left side, lengthening from the base of the hip out through the fingertips. Inhale up, switch hands, extending out towards the left, lengthening, breathing into that right rib cage, exhaling, softening, allowing, inhale up, float your arms down and roll your shoulders independently. Finding your mobility here. And then roll them the other way. And now bring your palms out, turn your palms out, lengthening up, and just tap on your head just for a moment. Gentle tappings just to be alive, aware of the energy in your head. And bring it down along the side of your face, along your jawline, down your neck, down to your chest. Allowing yourself to thump or tap, whatever you might wish here. Come to center. Feel the difference, the stillness versus the energy. And then bring your hands open, lifting your hands up, elbows And then float your hands down, leaving the elbows up. Inhale, rise. Exhale, float down. Inhale, rising. Extend your arms out, then flip your left palm up. The right palm remains down. And with an inhale, switch to the right side, turning that palm up, the left palm. Twist. And back to the left, back to the right, back to the left, and to the right. Float your arms down, roll your shoulders together. More energy. Roll them the other way. Now come to the center. Place your hands at the back of your waist. Feel your feet pressing down on your feet, drawing the energy up from your feet, up through your pelvis. Engage your abdominal muscles just by drawing your navel in and then lifting your chest, your head up. Exhale, draw your arms down, lengthening. And back to the waist, drop your chin to your chest. Inhale, lift your head. And exhale, draw your arms down, drawing your shoulder blades together. Back to your waist, float your arms up. Just have a dance, swaying, opening up, being a windmill, whatever you might wish to extend your energy out. And then bring your hands above your heart in prayer position. Bring your hands down to your heart to wish yourself well, to send yourself the love that you deserve. And then turn your hands out to greet everyone. And just allow them to point down. And with an exhale, just bring your arms down and up. Once again to prayer position, down to your heart, out to everyone, down to the earth. And inhale as you raise them up, float your arms down. Once again to prayer position and take a bow. Thank you, everyone, for your energy.
Thank you so much, Emily. So I want to also give a little space for any announcements. I have a quick announcement. I'm going to be doing a virtual performance and meditation experience on May 12th. Let me find, where is that? Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to find the link. I'll find the link for that and post it in the chat. But yeah, it's an IMCW event. This is happening this Thursday, May 12th. Let me look at what time I'm doing that. It should be a lot of fun. There will be a guided meditation, a sound bath. Yeah, starts at 7, I believe. Guided meditation, a sound bath, and a live performance from yours truly. So maybe it was a good thing we didn't have the bowls today. Would not want it to be redundant, but it should be a really great time. And so I hope you join me. Sound of the bell will bring us in. Sound of the bell will bring us out. We'll spend this next 5 minutes or so mostly in silence, just reflecting on what's been shared, what any of today's time has brought up for you, and just letting all of these moments land in the mind, in the heart, in the body. And a reminder that whatever you choose as your anchor of mindfulness, whether it's the breath, sounds, sensations, or simply an open awareness, if the mind starts running off to this place or that place, remember not to make it a problem. It's just what minds do. As soon as you notice, just gently come back to wherever your awareness wants to rest. It might be that that happens very often or not that often at all. And no matter what, it's okay. Perhaps as we sit, we can invite that inquiry again. What is the love that I need right now to be just a little more free? as we bring our meditation and time together to a close, I invite you once again to offer yourself some appreciation for really taking this time to do something that is truly meaningful and truly good for yourself and for the world around you. If you have any intentions that you wish to set for the remainder of your day, this is an opportunity to do that. It can be very simple. It's an intention to maybe be more present, to be more kind to yourself, to practice more kindness in general, to really relax, to really let Sunday be Sunday. Whatever it is, you can gently set an intention. In a moment, I'll ring the bell, and that'll be the end of our time. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be filled with love.